থাকিব পৰি যাবতো ডাবল টেপ লাগিব ডাবল টেপ আছে জইন হ'ল একচেপ্ট অন হ'ল এইটো ছাৰ এইটো জইন কৰিছে এইটো
life and achieve results, you must understand and master three mighty forces: desire, belief, and expectation. And today, these three forces seem to have joined hands. As I, Priyanka Datta, along with my co-host Shakti Bharali, welcome one and all of you to this prestigious product launch event. On behalf of Institute Innovation Cell, GUIST, and DSRL Defense and Space Robotics Laboratory, a startup founded by GU alumnus Mr. Anup Kumar Burman and his team.
Good afternoon, everyone. This afternoon, we are all gathered here from all across the globe to fulfill the purpose of witnessing and extending our support to this product launch event, which are finally we are going to see fruits of 9 long months of struggle and efforts. The students of GUIST, along with the members of DSRL, a startup founded by Mr. Arna Kumar Burman and his team, have worked day and night putting their heart and soul to bring to life what were merely designs until a few months ago. They have successfully produced three accomplished surface microbial disinfecting gadgets, among many other products which are waiting to be patented. The three fully finished products are Nilo Contour, Zap Mini, and Tank 254. These products have been tried and tested in the laboratories of Biotech Park, IIT Guwahati, under the supervision of Mr. Prajwal Borwa sir, who is currently working as a scientist there. The results have also been validated by Professor Debabrata Bushra sir, Head of Bioengineering and Technology Department.
So starting with Nilopanto, a robot which operates without any human intervention. It is capable of disinfecting a wide range of surfaces as well as airborne viruses, bacteria, and microorganisms in a large area, which includes big halls or large spaces where public gatherings occur frequently. And Zap Mini, the second product, it is remotely controlled UV disinfection lamp that deactivates all kinds of viruses and other harmful organisms in a minute within a spherical space of 3 meter or a planar area of 6 meter effectively. It is done by breaking their DNA structure with the help of UVC light. Both Nilocontour and Zap Mini do not require any human intervention to operate. And lastly, Tank 254. It is a disinfection chamber capable of disinfecting microorganisms on various goods within a span of 30 seconds only. I would like to bring everyone to this attention here that this product can ensure zero impact outside the tank due to the installation of UVC absorbers on the exterior. May I now request everyone here to rise to their feet for the Guwahati University anthem.
like in whatever this robot will work, which involves lots of money also. And I talked to someone, and I took him to some places.
No, sir. No, sir. It's down, down, down.
Am I audible? Hello? Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
You are audible. So this Arnav brought me a robot. Okay, although it was not in a very much workable condition. He said, sir, I want some money because I want to buy some motors, which lot many motors which is required for developing this robot.
Bravo.
So I took him personally to two different places, if I'm not mistaken, for getting some grant. But I don't know how far other people would understand the feeling of this student. But I was sure you'll be achieving something in future. And that's why I was always encouraging him, go ahead, go ahead. And he got several levels from Mr. From Dr. Vasam, then in national level. Today I am so happy that the same guy, Anna, has developed around, he has opened, of course, he has opened a company, Defense Space Research Laboratory, something like that, DSRL. Then, along with the institute's innovation cell, GeoIST, uh, Institute Innovation Cell, GeoIST. So, I'm really, this is a great moment for all of us to appreciate the effort made by few of our students along with IIC, GeoIST, that we could offer something to the society. This is not only simply book reading, but and that is what at the moment the India actually needs. And therefore, today in this product launching session, although there are three products today, but I'm sure many more are on the pipeline for getting patented and launching in a very near future. I welcome all of you, Brother Gupta sir, Tarundar sir, and many others who are online or offline. I welcome all of you sir here to encourage my students, our students of Government University Institute of Science and Technology to go ahead in their effort to develop something and bring it into the market with some
I would like to request Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir to kindly unveil the products for today's product launch and inaugurate this event. Please, sir. A round of applause from the members present here for the unveiling of the product. We would like to felicitate Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir. I request the student volunteers to kindly start the felicitation process. We also have with us Registrar Sir, Gandhi University, Dr. Hemanta Kumar Nath Sir. We are very, very grateful to have you with us, sir. Thank you so much. Registrar Sir, Gandhi University, Dr. Hemanta Kumar Nath Sir. Thank you so much. I would now like to invite Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir to kindly address the gathering. Please, sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. Distinguished guests who are joining us online. The faculty members of UIST, registered to the university, officers of the university, and my students. It's really at the end of the year, it is a really good moment, right moment that we are delivering and innovating some of the inventions for students. So this creation is made by the Innovation Cell of UIST, which is supported by DSRL. DSRL is full term. Defense Space Robotics Laboratory. Okay. So innovation, yeah, kind of innovation or type of innovation is now a part of teaching and learning methods. Though the products which are developed today, I have seen these are the otherwise the technique is routine technique because we have been using disinfectant for disinfection. Many standard technologies, but probably some novelty is definitely here. Because of the novelty that robotics part, the novel which is added to the very standard and routine procedures. So that way it will be very encouraging. It is encouraging and it will be helpful and useful for the society. And we need a clean environment, and to maintain such environment, it is required that we have some weapons to fight against the microbes. So I really congratulate and appreciate the people behind this work because for innovation, definitely you know that the excellence is required, but only excellence is not workable. We need same time we need very sincerity, hard work, thorough work, and also devotion. Otherwise, it is just difficult to create something. So otherwise, in many cases, innovation is by accident only. But nowadays, the innovations are targeted because of the development of technologies as well as all other facilities, online resources, information. So everything is available with us. So nowadays, the innovation is targeted. That's why this innovation process is sponsored and also encouraged by various government programs, government agencies. In corporate sector also it is encouraged. So that way, really that in earlier, say, in a educational institutions mainly you were involved in the teaching and learning in a very regular processes. But now this part is there, innovation part is there. Innovation not only in terms of machinery or something, innovation in terms of any technology, even a method may be innovation. So that way it is really appreciable, and particularly the ZUIST people, I congratulate them. And already you mentioned about DSRL, the startup. Even startup in this condition, startup, incubation, all these words were once very new to the people, particularly the educational student people. These words were once very new. People even did not understand the meaning of these things, but nowadays it becomes a part of the academic institutions. Without startup, without incubation, it is not full. So overall, the situation is encouraging, and in Guwahati University campus, this institute is a part of the university, and we have achieved a lot during last 10 years or 10 years period. It was started in 2009, and now we are at least at certain positions. So now we can go ahead, and overall Guwahati University is progressing. See, we are particularly during last 1 year, during COVID emergency, almost all institutions were closed. The country was closed. Not only country, many countries, 185 countries were under lockdown in the world. But still, in that situation, also the Guwahati University was functioning, and some of the students and faculties of Guwahati University, including the IST faculties, they have been working during that period for technological development, as well as also to help the government in maintaining COVID situations. So it is encouraging for all of us, and we are taking newer programs to develop, to introduce new procedures, new incentive in the university for upliftment of the students' learning and learning processes. So, but this type of achievement will definitely encourage the younger students and newcomers. So, with these words, I really express my pleasure in inaugurating these items. And this will be very useful because I know, because I am from a biological background, and this type of machine is required. And when it is automated, definitely this robot uh, so robot will definitely help us to do. I don't know the efficiency of the machine. Probably it will be illustrated later. It will be what is the specification and how exactly it can be used. Those things will be identified and probably described with you. With this, I really welcome. It's a big gathering here because many people are joining us from abroad also. Online, I have seen this very learned and so I think this is their blessings to these young institutions as well as to the university. I thank all the participants, all the invited guests, and I particularly the present who are present physically here. I wish you a very happy New Year because today is from tomorrow next day. 2 days only left to get a new year. I hope the new year will be very successful and encouraging and desirable for you. At least we have maintained up to certain level COVID situations. So now probably there won't be much problem from the COVID. At least now it is a control state that I wish. With all this, again thank you all, and offer my best wishes to the students of ZU IST and the faculty members who are involved in the process. Thank you very much.
Thank you so so much, sir, for your words of encouragement. And I hope we'll be getting a few orders from our audience members today. Our team is more than willing to take orders now. And to move on with the schedule, I would now like to request Registrar Sir, Guwahati University, Dr. Hemanta Kumar Nath, sir, to kindly address the gathering. Please, sir.
So at the very beginning, I wish you all a very happy New Year 2020. At the beginning, I must say I'm very sorry that I have to leave because one meeting is going on from 7-8 departments of government of Assam. They are sitting in my room from 2 o'clock. But two things just I want to underline, which I think is very relevant, whatever IST has done. One is that it has already been raised. The question is raised in different platforms that India lags behind in science and technology simply because things does not go out of the classroom. So in that way, I visualize these products and the products that are coming up that will be step forward to classroom, to the society, and it will also accelerate the collaboration of industry and academia, which is so much stressed nowadays, not only in the university class, also from the public. The second thing is that we often think that educational institutions are just confined to classrooms. So this will definitely change the image, and it has already become a kind of mandatory thing that we need to establish incubation centers, innovation centers. In that way, it's a leap forward. I congratulate the people who are concerned with this, who are associated with this, in the country, outside the country, in the classroom, outside the classroom, and all those who are associated with this. With this word, again, I congratulate you, all of you, and I wish best of luck for this products. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your words of encouragement. Before we proceed, we would like to felicitate all our dignitaries present here so that we can have a formal introduction. We have many guests joining us today, physically as well as virtually. So we begin the felicitation process. We have with us today Shri Kalyanjit Hati Borwa, sir, Chairman and Managing Director of Fajrsoft. Dr. Abhigyan Bhattacharya, sir, Associate Professor, Department of Management, School of Economics, Management and Information Sciences. A round of applause for our guests, please. Mr. Manoj Secha, sir, Director of Hotel Rajmahal, Guwahati. Shri Chinmay Sharma, sir, owner of Anuradha Simplex. We have some senior officials from STEC, Dr. Sharma. I request the volunteers to kindly felicitate our guests. Shri Ramani Borman, sir, former Deputy Registrar, Guwahati University. Dr. Mukul Chandra Bora, sir, State Project Advisor, Northeast Region, Decade 3. Srimati Manjula Sokya Bhuya, ma'am, Administrative Secretary to the Government of Assam, Department of Industries and Commerce. Shubhra Jyoti Bharali, sir, MD of Industrial Cooperative Bank, also founder of Assami. Shri Kalyanjit Hati Borwa, sir, Chairman and Managing Director of Fajrsoft. And we also have many other dignitaries present with us virtually. We'll be having Professor Anil Sahasrabuddhe, sir, Chairman AICTE, Shri B. Paul Muktia, sir, Chairman of Managing Director NETFI, Shri Kaustav Kashyap Bes Borwa, sir, Engineering Manager Texas Instruments USA, Dr. Jubajyoti Bharali, sir, Assistant Director of Nanotechnology Pharmaceuticals Research Institute, ACPHS. Dr. Ballabh Mone Bora, renowned scientist at the Abbott Rapid Diagnostics, Auburn, New York. Mr. Digonto Bora, sir, DIGP Assam. Srimati Pomi Bora, ma'am, Deputy Secretary Health, NRHM. Professor Narayan Chandra Talukdar, sir, the chief guest for the event, Professor and former Director, IASST, Institute of Advanced Study in Science and Technology. Professor Rajat Gupta, sir, Director, NIT Mizoram, also our mentor. And Professor D.S. Chauhan, sir, former Vice Chancellor, APJ AKTU Lucknow, our performance auditor on behalf of TechIP. Prasanth Talukdar, sir, Assistant General Manager, NBCL. Mr. Rajiv Agrawal, sir, Vice President, FINER. And we'll be joined shortly by a few other guests as well. As we continue with the schedule, I would now like to request Mr. Kishore Kashyap, sir, Assistant Professor, Department of Information Technology, IIC Coordinator, and somebody who is actively engaged with innovations and has led many student groups. I request sir to kindly start the presentation.
Thank you, Priyanka, Sashati, our host today. Good afternoon, all. Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, Guwahati University Pro is present here. Honorable Chairman, AICTE. Honorable Registrar, sir, Guwahati University. Honorable Secretary, University Classes, Guwahati University. Respected Director, GUIST, Guwahati University. Distinguished guests present here and attending online. Respected colleagues, friends from media, and dear students. On behalf of the Institute Innovation Cell of Guwahati University Institute of Science and Technology, I welcome you all to this product launch event. Institute's Innovation Cell of Guwahati University was formed in the year 2019 with Professor Shikhar Kumar Sharma sir as the chairperson. Formation of this cell is in accordance with a mandate from Ministry of Human Resources, now Ministry of Education, Government of India. GOIST IIC has 10 numbers of students and faculty members from across 4 academic departments: Department of Applied Sciences, Department of Bioengineering and Technology, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, and Department of Information Technology, Guwahati University. The objective of this forum is to bring students from diverse areas of studies under a common umbrella where they can leverage their classroom learnings to innovate new solutions which will help the society at large. And it gives us immense pleasure to let you know that some of our alumni and current students are actively engaged to find ingenious solutions for problems faced by humanity. Today's event is an outcome of the efforts put forward by our students. Recently, students guided by GUIST IIC have participated in the AICTE Innovation Contest 2020 conducted by MHRD, where they have showcased 7 new ideas, some of which were in prototype level. We hope we will have more participation next year with more student engagement. The products which are developed at GUIST IIC in collaboration with Defense and Space Robotics Laboratory were conceived and started during April 2020. When the world stood still, we are proud that our students and some faculty members were working day and night to bring solutions to the sanitization problems faced by every one of us during this pandemic time. The result of which are the products we are going to witness today. Some solutions and products which are not part of today's event are in the process of patenting. We are very much hopeful that next year we will be granted the patents. I am glad to introduce Mr. Arnab Kumar Varma, my student, the founder and CEO of Defense and Space Robotics Laboratory, who happened to be our alumnus from ECE department. He will explain more about his startup and the robotic devices on behalf of his team members. These products are designed and developed indigenously here in this building. With this brief note, I, as the coordinator of GUIST IIC, would like to thank you all for your kind presence and well wishes. Now, may I invite Mr. Arnob Kumar Burman to come on the stage and start his presentation.
Thank you, sir. Distinguished guests. What is it? I'm using this mic. Hello. Am I audible? So, respected distinguished guests, respected professors, friends from the media, and students. I'm very grateful that in this situation you have come here, you have taken the pain to come here and attend our launch program. So 9 months back, an unseen event took place. The most powerful species on the planet was baffled by a subtle tiny virus. Our system began to collapse. The system began to collapse. And at that moment, staying in the home was a new trend of heroism. And at the same time, we have seen doctors, scientists, bureaucrats, police, journalists, everyone was fighting their own bit. Everyone was fighting their own bit to stop the society from collapsing. COVID changed the society, dynamics of the society forever. And in this process, when we saw you, if you see the pattern today, the guests here, they all represent the warriors who fought bravely against the pandemic. So let's give a round of applause for everyone. So, seeing you fighting, we were very inspired as a student. As a student, we were very inspired that at least in a small way, we could contribute to the society. And we came, and when the news of COVID reached us, we began to understand the problem, what actually was the problem, and then so we began to understand the problem statement, and then we began to list down the solutions. And then we started to work rapidly. But by then the lockdown happened, and then we had to halt the program. And at that moment, the government of India launched a competition. It was named as COVID Idea Fund. It was by MHRD and AIC. And we participated in there. We placed our idea, and there was around 6,000 plus participants. And then we, after many stages, we reached the top 10 all over India. A few days later, another competition by United Nations, the government of India, where also we reached top 20. So that from that we realized that our idea was, we were on the right track. Our idea was validated by the most reputed judges. So that gave us the confidence to move forward, and then we started to work on a few ideas to take an integrated approach towards the problem. And at that moment, there was severe lockdown, and I'm glad that Mandula Saikya ma'am, she was the Dadam Commissioner and Secretary of Industry and Commerce. She's so motherly that whenever we have some problem, we directly contact ma'am. So, ma'am, I told ma'am about it, and ma'am offered to help me, and she did a lot from her side to in interstate movements and making a facility where we could work.
but the lockdown was getting severe, and then at some point we had to stop. But we are fighters by nature. We didn't want to stop. And nature gave us the opportunity. Dr. Ishankar Saikar sir, who is a professor here, he added me to a group where they were planning for sanitizing tunnel, which you have seen outside. So I paused my project for the time being and thought that something is better than nothing. Let's work on it. And then I started coming here with Kaustubh Hirandeka. He is a CAD designer in our team. So we both started. He started designing the tunnel, and then we began to work. And in the process, when we were breaking laws when we come here from our home. And at that moment, Deepak sir, who is the ICT prime branch, he gave us the permission, and also registered sir to to come in the city, and then we could start the work. And then after getting the permission, yes, sorry. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Maybe he is there.
So we began to work, and 24/7, it was the best moment for us, because that moment taught us real engineering. Because we had ideas, we could solve it, but all the path to pull resources were blocked because there was lockdown. Then we have to build things, whatever is present here. So we then began to reverse engineer different machines. Like if we have a part, we need a part. Where will get that part in some other machines? Reverse engineer, and then it taught us a lot. And then every day, like innovation was happening. What happens is sometimes we work 24 hours, more than 24 hours, and then we stay in the lab sometimes. Right? And the process went on, and and within a few months, our member, she is in embedded systems. She is a family friend of her. She asked for a solution in the clinic. So overnight we came up with the idea of a UPC lab, which we have now as a product. So we sold it to her, and then that was a kind of field test after. And then the process was going on. We were working on 18 to 19 projects together, and finally there was time that we thought that we should move towards product development. And at that point, Dipanjan Kaur sir is here. He happens to be a professor in MBA department. I was in MBA also. He offered to help me with his friend in the industry to for mass production. So today we have these devices, and we are ready for mass production. Now we'll be showing the videos. May I request to switch off the light, and we'll show the videos soon. show the light now. So this is the product which we showed. This is what we made this that meeting. So this is a UVC. So this is a UVC disinfection device. So this was attempted to sanitize small spaces like clinics, like hotels, like every household. Whenever, because there are two methods to, deactivate the virus. One is the chemical method, where they use hypochlorite, which is not very suitable because you can't spray over food, you can't spray over documents, and it takes time. But another method is the physical method, which involves UVC, ultraviolet ray, is in the seabed. So UVC is known to deactivate the virus, which we have at these results, which will be explained by our team, Professor Anandra Borwa. He is a researcher in biotech at IIT Guwahati. So that will be explained in the future. But while it goes on, I'll be explaining the features. So UVC, there is one limitation is that it is harmful for our skin. So we need not get exposed to the UVC. So in order to prevent that, we provide a remote where you can control this lab from 20 to 25 meters. So so there are different variants in color, and this box can be used to keep oximeters. I mean, it is a complete set where you can put the COVID, oximeter, whatever is required for the COVID situations. So we have different variations, different colors. So what the best thing about is that when it is in the virus, the coverage range is the efficient coverage range is 6 meters. Within a range of 6 meters, within a range of 6 meters, for 1 minute, if you switch on it, the virus gets deactivated. So these are results done, tested in IIT Guwahati and verified by our respected head, our laboratory professor, is a bioengineering department. So we'll be coming to the next products. Switch off the light again. So this is the star of the show. So this is the start of the show. So I'll be explaining its features one by one. Could you please rotate this way? So this happens to be the big brother of Zap Mini. So Zap Mini was meant for small rooms, 6-meter coverage area. Small rooms were instead. But what about large spaces, cinema halls, hospitals, quarantine centers, airports, where large gathering occurs, and we need to quickly keep on sanitizing, because if in a cinema hall there's a film going, and after gathering goes, you get a little bit of time, so you cannot keep on spraying hypochlorite in such large spaces. But the best thing about this is that it is radiation, right? UV light. So wherever light goes, the virus gets infected. The airborne virus gets deactivated. You can do it in very quickly, in around 1 minute or so. So within, if we calculate, the speed and its effectiveness, within 1 hour, you can sanitize 8,000 square feet. That's the capacity in 1 hour, which would have taken hours and hours and lots of manual labor, and also it is toxic for the ones who spray it, because you cannot get in the room once the spray is done for at least half an hour. So this is where comes the role of UV robots. Second, today there is COVID, but the attack has begun, and the attack has begun much before, but now we have become aware about it. There is a term called hospital acquired infections. Whenever we go to hospital, we come back with another infection, and that we take it from we get from other patients. So if this robot is used, we can minimize those infections, because this is known to kill the viruses, bacteria, and so required. Please do this. So coming to the features now, because as I said earlier, that UVC is very harmful for our human, because it can cause cancer, blood diseases. It can cause permanent blindness to our eye. So what if we have switch on this, and suddenly a human comes inside, or a pet comes inside? It will get you'll get affected. So how do we protect them? So we have passive infrared sensors in 360 degree. So whenever, at the moment, a person or a pet comes inside, using thermal, infrared radiation, it takes and it shuts the robot down. Moreover, suppose these are electronic devices. In worst case scenarios, it might fail. These are some of the best sensors, though this doesn't fail. But for worst case scenarios, we have a kill switch. So whenever the robot goes haywire and you are not able, the robot is not, not sensing, or probably not sensing, then you just come and the robots get shut down. These kill switches are actually used in nuclear, in submarines and nuclear, where they need to immediately kill the devices. So we brought this concept in robots. Moreover, apart from that, this actually has other applications. Today we are sitting here. This age is of now we are shifting towards on virtual media, online media. So what if we have invited a speaker in suppose in US, and he is unable to attend here. So how do we? Of course, we are today we are doing here through an online media, but there is another way also by depicting him through a robot. So let me show you the concept. So this is a stand. You can flip it and use it in any way. And then you get an tablet or an iPad. So you can just according to the size, according to the tablet, whatever tablet you have, and then from here he can relay the the speech from here. Actually, there is a kind of robot which does that solve this problem, but you know, robotics has two cultures. One is the Eastern culture, Japanese and Chinese Asian culture. Another is the Western, US. So they are US is more in defense, and Eastern is more into some social kind of robots. So this is the major trends going on. So this robot, actually, we wanted to create a revolution in India. What should be our approach towards robotics? Because we are now in the age of fourth industrial revolution, and automation will eventually take jobs of the people. So what should be our perfect approach? Where we should apply robots so that the people does not get unemployed. So areas where humans cannot go, where it's hazardous for humans, that's where our philosophy of DSRL is to bring robots here. We were not building healthcare robots. We were actually, our main core product was we are building a robot for the armed forces. The robot will go in the front line. The armed forces will not get harmed. That's our core product. But this was a situational response, and we came up with this solution. Other features include like it has an AC. You can convert to AC through the whatever it is. Other handy features which can be explained otherwise. So
we are going online also, so they are not having audio is not clear. Yeah, come there.
Hello. 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 Audible?
Bit louder.
Before I come to this, let me tell you the names we have used and certain kinds of philosophy. We need to know what Nilakant. Nilakant is the name of the Shiva. Yes, it's the ancient mythological Indian civilization where the race for will power, the race as an asuras fought, and they had to kill that purpose, and then the poison. That's how for the similarly at the present moment, or the competition is for global power. We have civilization, we have some kind of relations. This thing, you must have heard about scientific chambers. This is not very new, but there are innovations we have done here. The chambers which you find in the market, we want to place the product against some of at one side of the surface so that it does not get exposed to the UV. And that's how you cannot completely deactivate the virus. So this has a special feature. So here is device, here is one chamber where you can place mobile phones.
And you can place a mobile and show you emoji.
Yeah, place mobile phones.
Yeah.
Or card keys. You can place the small
So the video was
and if you have a pen or like
Suppose you have a bigger deck. This is for the
Tapi kami juga. Aku lebih lagi. Teman left, right lo.
These three products, although we have a lot more products, we have around 80 products in academia, which is very important for community. Also, we have more than but now, at the end of 2020, we have lost so today is 1st of December, and we have a new normal of fear and uncertainty. And you can take the leap of faith with us, and we from 1st January onwards, with these new lessons, we can find the world's most powerful. Thank you.
Nah, mau gusto ko itu record fully verified.
I extend our sincere gratitude to Mr. Burman and his team for the spectacular display he put on. And I hope we can now expect a few orders from our audience too. Our volunteers are eagerly waiting outside for the same. So may I now invite Professor P.M. Professor, Chief Project Advisor, and PIU to speak a few words on this occasion.
DSRL pin कर PM से PM को JPM CPSRL pin कर दिया CPM PM को PM करके बिसाई दिया तो दिया लेकिन तो दुनिया कोई ऐसा
Extremely sorry for the inconvenience. So may I now invite Sri Vipal Mukhya, Chairman and Managing Director, NET5, Northeastern Development Finance Corporation Limited, to speak a few words on this occasion. Sir, please. He's present with us and online.
Can you hear me? Good afternoon. Am I audible? Respected Vice Chancellor, Professor Pratap Jyoti Hande, Professor Madhav Dekar, Director, GUIST, other respected professors, alumni and students of Guwahati University, Mr. Arnav Barman. It gives me immense pleasure to participate virtually in this product launch event organized by the Institute Innovation Center of Guwahati University Institute of Science and Technology in collaboration with DSRL. I would like to congratulate the entire research team which has come, which include the students, the alumni, and the faculty members from Guwahati University for these creations. You have done it within a period of 9 months. These are very relevant innovation. In our country, we need more job creators than job seekers. So this is a very good innovation. The next step, of course, is to take these products to the market and make them commercially viable. The relationship between innovation and entrepreneurship, which we in NET3 are dealing with, we have seen is the commercial viability of the technology. Commercialization of technology is a systematic journey which involves many steps starting from research and development, licensing, technology transfer, and market access. This needs to be supported through policy framework, infrastructure, funding, and industry academia partnership. In our country, the industry academia partnership is very weak. We have been talking about it for the last 3-4 decades. We have seen that it's not happening. Industry is working very differently from the academic, and it has weakened both the academia as well as the industry. So this initiative by the Guwahati University Institute of Science and Technology is a welcome thing that you are bringing the industry to academia. To bridge, when we look at the Northeast, we see that there are about 25 numbers of incubators, which are not fully, some of them are fully functional and some are in various stages of implementation. We in NET3, as some of you may be aware, we are in the forefront of financing entrepreneurs to the Northeastern region. We have been doing this for the last 25 years in the form of debt and hybrid products. About 2 years back, we have set up venture fund. This fund is dedicated to the northeastern region. It is a 100 crore fund. So far, we have invested in 29 enterprises and have committed about 60 crores so far. I'm happy to state that we have supported one company called Olatus System Private Limited. This is an electronic company based out of Guwahati. I'm happy to inform that the co-founder of this tech company are also the proud alumni of Guwahati University. We have also been linking up with the incubators which are operating in the region. As I mentioned earlier, we have 25 numbers of incubators, some of which are fully functional, some are in various stages of implementation. Our effort is to encourage innovation and then take it to the next level and make them commercially viable. We have also partnered with incubators which are outside the region, the national and international level. And I'm happy to state that many of the startups which we have promoted, they are doing quite well in spite of this very difficult pandemic period. We are seeing a second wave of entrepreneurship in the field of healthcare and education, especially among the startups. So I look forward to students of the GOIST to come forward and then set up enterprises. And we in NETFI, we will assist you in whatever way we can. Through our venture funds, we are also linking up with many, with those in the ecosystem for startup to not only, so that our involvement is not only through financing, but also giving the necessary help in other fields of running the company, including technology. So I'm sure the efforts of the Institute Innovation Cell of Guwahati University Institute of Science and Technology, we will see more uptake of techno startups and entrepreneurs in our part of the country. As I mentioned, we in NETFI as a lender and also as an investor for scaling up startups, we will be there to help you in whatever way we can. My best wishes to all the participants of this program, and I think we should, as we have just mentioned, we should be solution providers for our common future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your motivating words. May I now invite Professor Subhash Khanna, sir, who is also present with us online, to speak a few words on this occasion. He is a representative of medical facilitator from Swagat Hospitals.
I'm sorry, I'm in my PPE, so let me just take it out. One moment, please. Give me a minute. I was not reading. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay, give me a minute. I was in the surgery. Okay. And that too during the pandemic, and helping our own people with low-cost solutions. I was watching the old program, but in between, due to the audio problem, I could not follow. But anyway, I could see most of the good work being done, and I'm sure this will go a long way. In fact, when we were planning how to use the funds for the government, I had told the government that we should be utilizing our funds, some part of the funds which we have received for the pandemic under the scheme for the local entrepreneurs, and that's the only way we can move forward. So if I wish Mr. Mukhtia is here from NetFee, and he has already promised you that the NetFi will be there to help you in developing the robotic devices. So that's very good news. I must, on behalf of you, I must thank him for coming forward. And I think because in between I missed some part of it, I could see a part of Nilokantra, and then the remote ultraviolet disinfection, which is quite popular. And I'm very glad once again to be with all of you here today and to be and to see your work. Thank you very much. I congratulate all of you for coming up with such innovative work. Thanks, and best wishes to you, and my New Year greetings to all attendees, to the Vice Chancellor, and also to the Director and all the dignitaries present here, and representatives from DSRL. Thank you very much.
Present with us on time.
Hello.
Yes, sir, we are able to hear you.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So then nothing is to see the and to see get any getting requirements of this position. I was earlier director of finance operations, where we promote innovative entrepreneurship. Actually, entrepreneurship must be promoted without innovation or thinking over the box. And this is the first thing what is and USD just learn college for it. But we I also attended marketing corporation for we are all of us come together and bring in I mean, I will be there to answer and in our answer and I do validate. We are very good in setting up things, but then not very good in learning. And I again thank you for inviting me. I think someday my person. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. We have with us Shri PM Khudke sir, CPA NPIU, and I would like to request so please speak a few words. Thank you so much. So can you hear us? Khudke sir?
Sir. Shiraz sir, president. Okay. Thank you, sir. Do I need to come back again? Yes, please. Yes, sir. Maybe.
Sorry, sir, we can't hear you, sir.
Half an hour.
So can you please restart your system once so you're not audible? We also have some video clips from some of our dignitaries. We have Costa Fesbora sir, who is the engineering manager, Texas Instruments, USA.
Good afternoon. Thank you to the Kawahati University Institute of Science and Technology Innovation Center for inviting me to this product launch. I apologize at the outset that this is a video message. Due to the time difference, it will be around 3 a.m. in Texas at the time of the product launch on 30th December in Guwahati. As an SMS, it gives me a sense of tremendous pride that GUIST in collaboration with DSRL has researched, designed, and launched this sanitizing tools in Assam. In this current pandemic, the need for surface sanitizing products is being felt across the world, but this requirement is not necessarily limited to the pandemic. I believe such events will be more frequent in the future. As such, safety and hygiene concerns will be paramount in an increasingly interconnected world, where microbial infections can spread fast and frequently, both from known and novel organisms. By researching and developing technologies and tools to combat this now, GUST and DSRL are playing an important role by being ahead of the curve. Some of you are probably aware of UV sanitizers that are available commercially elsewhere, with UV sanitizing ones being sold even online for personal use. In the field of medicine, germicidal UV technology has been in use for years to cut down the spread of bugs and to sanitize surfaces. With the pandemic, the commercialization of this technology has seen a boom. Unfortunately, and this is a key point, most of these are not regulated or verified in a scientific setting, so the effectiveness, safety, and veracity of the product can be very doubtful. Developing useful UVC technology needs good science as well as good engineering. Most of the ones that have come to the market this year do not have the technical support, they lack the performance data, and carry unknown health risks. This is where I believe the products that are being launched today, Nilakant, Zapmini, and Tech 254 stand out. Under the leadership of the teams in GUIST and DSRL, they have been tested and performance validated while making sure that there is adequate protection for the users. Last but not the least, these products are a significant step in being self-reliant and in developing and incubating innovation locally. I wish GUIST and DSRL success in this enterprise and look forward to more success stories in the future. Best wishes to you all and wish you all a very happy New Year. Thank you.
We are very grateful to Vesgurva sir for joining us all the way from Texas and being the representative of Texas Instruments USA. I think we should continue with the video clips for a while now because we are facing some network issues. So can you hear us? Okay, sir. So we are very sorry, but you're not audible, sir. I think we will continue with the video clips for now.
We have the videos of Sunny, Ubisoft Montreal, and Andur Pazi, AI lead DSRL. He's also a researcher at KU Leuven University.
Hi, this is Sunny joining from Montreal, Canada. The coronavirus crisis has changed our life completely and has shown us how to live virtually. Thanks to Arnav and team for giving me the opportunity to be a part of Team DSRL. DSRL is not only a vision but an emotion. Arnav and the team is reliable and responsible. All the team members contribute different perspectives, and the synergy among us has produced creative and productive results. So far, it has been a remarkable journey for me. I learned working in a team from the stands. The products we bring out of this team will help the society protect against the deadly coronavirus. I completely believe that our vision DSRL will be a great success, and I am looking forward to contributing more in the future to bring out more innovative products to my motherland, Assam, and India. In the end, I wish you everyone a very prosperous and happy New Year ahead. Thank you. Hi, this is Sunny joining from Montreal, Canada. The coronavirus crisis has changed.
Another video of our team member, Abdul Fazi.
Hi, it's Fazi, live from ESAT, KU Leuven in Belgium. First of all, Merry Christmas to all of you. The global pandemic COVID has not only changed the way we used to live, but also brings threat to humanity. I am indeed happy to be a part of Arnav's vision to fight for COVID in a scientific way. It's been 6 months of constant discussions and research works together. We, as a team, is able to bring out 3 COVID-related products today. I feel proud to be working with such a talented and research-oriented team from my motherland, which has shown a technological path to fight for every problem we face today in Assam and in India. I wish the team DSRL a futuristic journey of success towards the goal of bringing world-class technology to Assam and to India. I also wish you all a happy New Year. Thank you all.
On behalf of the team DSRL, we would like to say that these 2 of our team members were working outside our country, and they are associated with some of the very famous projects like
Hyundai autonomous navigation car. But the works we are doing here, they feel so inspired and motivated that they want to come back to India and join us.
PM Khudge sir, can you join us now? We are extremely sorry, sir, we cannot hear you. Meanwhile, I think we should go on to the next video clip. We have a video clip from Dr. Dhruva Bharali, Assistant Director of Nanotechnology Pharmaceuticals Research Institute, ACPHS. And I should mention here that Dr. Bharali also has his own research setup on the campus of University of California, Berkeley. So here's this message from Bharali sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Dhruva Bharali. I work as a principal scientist for formulation in a startup company named Therapeutics at Los Angeles, California. It has been a great pleasure and honor to get the invitation to join this product launch event organized by Goethe University in collaboration with DSRL. At the first, I'd like to congratulate all the scientists whose incessant effort resulted in this series of potentially revolutionized UVC-based product. As far as my understanding, most of the current method of sterilization is dependent on use of chemicals which can be harmful to human, and it also leaves stress in the environment both in long terms and in short terms. So use of UVC light based technology is less harmful or no harmful at all. This sterilization technique against microorganisms like bacteria or viruses is a very effective technology, and it can be the future of mankind. Particularly the situation like where we are now with the COVID-19, it can be a potential tool to eliminate the virus contamination. With proper manufacturing guidelines, I strongly believe that Nilakant CR19, Japanese lamp or Tank 24 has the tremendous potential for the next generation sterilization technology against all sorts of microorganisms, including virus or bacteria. I wish all the best for the successful commercialization of this product. Thank you.
We are very grateful to Dr. Bharali for his kind words. And I think we should send this message out that we are actively looking for collaborations. We want to solve your problems. And that is what we do at engineering. We try to give you a viable solution. We want to cater to your needs. So if you have any problems, please bring them to us. We have an able team, able manpower, and we are sure that we'll be able to cater to your needs. So please help us and support us. And we need your support right now the most because this is the beginning of the startup. So we'd be very, very glad if all of you could extend your helping hands to us. Moving on, we have another video from Dr. Ballamoni Bora, renowned scientist at Abbott Rapid Diagnostics, Auburn, New York. Please look at this video.
Namaskar, I'm Dr. Ballamoni Bora, Senior Scientist, Abbott Rapid Diagnostics, Auburn, New York. First, I would like to congratulate the entire team of Defense and Space Robotics Laboratory for developing Nilakant in collaboration with Goethe University Institute of Science and Technology. Congratulations to you all. It's indeed a great honor to be part of this event, and I'd like to thank you all for giving me this opportunity to be part of this product launch. Thank you once again. Nilakant is a product of truly translational research. In our pharmaceutical drug development world, we often use word bench to bedside, and Nilakant is a true example of it. And I'd like to thank as well as congratulate Maharashtra University Institute of Science and Technology for this commendable initiative and giving this great platform, not only to Defense and Space Robotics Laboratory, but the future potential students, researchers for this kind of translational collaborative work with other research institutions, as well as entrepreneurship. Congratulations to you all once again. Being here at Abbott Rapid Diagnostics Manufacturing Production Facility, I can see huge potential for Nilakant in production pilot scale facilities as well as R&D scale, R&D labs, laboratories. In production facilities, we often have to do decontamination due to various events like decontamination of bacteria, yeast, mold, etc., microbes, decontamination due to nucleic acids like RNA, DNA, and decontamination due to viruses. And standard way to do decontamination is using plates. But the drawback of doing decontamination or using plates is it's highly corrosive to stainless steel. And in production facility, a lot of instruments, if not all, are made of stainless steel. This is where I can see a potential for Nilakant in production facilities. Not only in pharmaceutical, but in any kind of production facilities for decontaminating all those kind of stainless steel and other instruments, as well as an R&D lab, in clean room, as well as HVAC systems, etc. So I see huge potential for Nilakant in this kind of facilities. Another very important sector is public health and transportation. For example, like railways, airport, and as well as hotels, cinema hall, shopping complexes, grocery stores, etc. Nilakant can be used for decontaminating like some of the objects or frequently touched objects. It can be used in schools, colleges, private as well as public. So I see huge potential of Nilakant and growth. মই আশা কৰো নীলকান্তৰ potential fulfill হওক আৰু growth হওক আৰু Defense Research and Robotics Laboratory, Maharashtra University Institute of Science and Technology, collaboration karone congratulations, our future karone all the best. And thank you once again for giving me this opportunity. Wishing you all the best and great success. Thank you. Dhanyabad.
So moving on with the session, may I now request Srimati Manjula Sekhya-Puyan Ma'am, Administrative Secretary to the Government of Assam, Department of Industries and Commerce, to speak a few words on this occasion. Ma'am, please.
Namaskar. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the is present here. In fact, I'm not a speaker at all. And since they have requested, I could not stop myself. Why? Often I have to do so. I hope it is okay for all. What you might have to আজি যেতিয়া 2017 চনৰ ডিসেম্বৰ মাহত অসম গভৰ্ণমেণ্টত চাকৰি এটা কৰোঁ কিন্তু মোৰ খুব আশা আছিল যে আমাৰ ল'ৰা ছোৱালীবোৰে কিবা কৰিব পাৰে নেকি I was earlier working with UNIDO, so I had some exposure outside. The Israeli innovations দেখি মই ভাবিলো আমাৰ ল'ৰা ছোৱালীবোৰৰ বহুত ট্যালেন্ট আছে, especially I'm talking about Assam. So here hetuke moi ahi pele bhabilu ki jehetu Assam government I have joined back, to bhabilu kiba korile bhal hobo. So tetia ekhon draft banaisilo Assam startup policy. Hekhon mo bujaute bahut time lagise manu bilako karon in a policy maker, as a policy maker, we have a lot of difficulties to convince at various levels. তেতিয়া সেইটো সময়ত ইমান ষ্টাৰ্টআপৰ বিষয়ে বুজিও পোৱা নাছিলে বাট ভেৰি ফৰ্চুনেটলি আমাৰ বৰ্তমান মাননীয় প্ৰধানমন্ত্ৰীয়ে যেতিয়া ষ্টাৰ্টআপ ইণ্ডিয়াৰ ষ্টাৰ্টআপ এটা মুভমেণ্ট আৰম্ভ কৰিলে মই ভাবোঁ সেইটোৱে বহুত এটা জাগৰণ আনিলে আমাৰ য়ং জেনেৰেশ্যন and that is something very admiring মই ভাবোঁ that is a very starting period আৰু সেই সময়তে অসম গভৰ্ণমেণ্টত আমি পলিচিখনো লিখিব পাৰিলোঁ আৰু এটা আসাম ষ্টাৰ্টআপ হাব বুলি আৰম্ভ কৰিবলৈ সক্ষম হ'লোঁ ডিপাৰ্টমেণ্ট অফ ইণ্ডাষ্ট্ৰিজ এণ্ড কমাৰ্চৰ তৰফৰ পৰা হৈছে ফ্ৰম দ্য গভৰ্ণমেণ্ট ছাইড আমাৰ বায়'টেক পাৰ্কো আছে গভৰ্ণমেণ্টৰ আৰু বাকী বিভিন্ন এগ্ৰিকালচাৰ ইউনিভাৰ্চিটিও আছে গতিকে আমি ভাবিলোঁ আমাৰ ল'ৰা ছোৱালীবোৰে যদি সুবিধা পায় এটলিষ্ট ইফ ইউ কেন গিভ দেম আ প্লেটফৰ্ম আৰু সেইকাৰণে ফ্ৰী অফ কষ্ট we initially give them a free of cost এটা ইনকিউবেশ্যন চেণ্টাৰ আমবাৰীত আছে আপোনালোকে দেখিছে এইটো দ্য নেষ্ট বুলি নাম দিয়া আছে আৰু ৰাতি 1 বজালৈকে আমি কাম কৰোঁ কৰি 6 মাহৰ ভিতৰতে বনাইছিলোঁ খুব কষ্ট কৰি and I thought I still request all the students present here to kindly visit that particular infrastructure created by State Government of Assam only কাৰণ এই কাৰণে কৈছোঁ যে you don't have to go out you can have your innovations ইয়াত গুৱাহাটীতে কৰিব পাৰে you can do it here itself সেইটোকে মই কৈছোঁ সেই সময়ত অৰ্ণৱ আহিছিলে আৰু এইটো ফাৰ্ষ্ট কোহৰ্টত তেওঁলোকে জইন কৰিছিলে তেতিয়া তেওঁ এটা ৰবট বনাই আনিছিলে মই ভাবিছিলোঁ এইটো কি বনাইছে সুধিলোঁ তেতিয়া বোলে he was so committed I appreciate his approach আৰু তেতিয়া বাকি আমাৰ মানুহবিলাকে ইমানটা সেইটো বিষয়ে আমি বুজিও নাপাওঁ মোৰ কিন্তু এটা কথা বৰ মৰম লাগিছিলে something he is going to do আৰু মই কৈছিলোঁ মই তুমি যোনদিনা ৰবট বনাবা মই য'তে থাকোঁ আহিম আৰু সেইকাৰণে আজি আহিছোঁ মোৰ তেখেতৰ প্ৰতি আৰু তেখেতৰ টিমৰ প্ৰতি আশীৰ্বাদ থাকিল মই তেওঁ কৈছোঁ আৰু হয়ো মই was very motherly to them আমি বহুত ৰাতিলৈকে তেওঁলোকে আসাম হাবত কাম কৰিছে বহুত দেৰিলৈকে অকলে বহি কাম কৰে that is something very inspiring কিমান হয়তো চৰকাৰে সহায় কৰিব পাৰিছে মই নাজানো এই বিষয়ে মই ইমান বিষয়ে ক'ব নোখোজো কিন্তু মই ভাবোঁ this is something starting and we hope more from you Arna and I think you should go ahead with your research work and I salute the scientists who are actually giving him company giving him support especially the University Institute for Science Innovations for Science and Technology to আছে তেওঁলোকে ইমানখিনি সহায় কৰিছে সেইটো কাৰণে মই বহুত ধন্যবাদ জনাইছোঁ আৰু once again I wish that this product will go a long way this is a small product and initial patent কৰিব লাগিব আৰু patent কৰাৰ পিছত it has to be actually totally authorized otherwise the recognitions will never come to the true sense because it's ultimately the important is that how we market it my being an IS officer my chicken sale career as a sales girl it's important to do that because this is a need of the hour how can I sell it how much capacity that I have to sell it my the full image হসাকে করো আগের দিন আমি রিটায়ার হইছো রিসেন্টলি তো মই ফুল একটা বিক্রি করে দিব পারো কিন্তু within 2 hours or within 2 minutes so I request that those skills also we need to have আমাৰ অসমৰ আমি ল'ৰা ছোৱালীবোৰ অকণমান আমি হেজিটেণ্ট হওঁ আমি পিছুৱাই থাকোঁ সেইকাৰণে যাতে আগবাঢ়ি আহে মোৰ আশীৰ্বাদ থাকিল আৰু বেষ্ট উইচেছ টু Arnav and his team and all the support that he has got from other resources and institutes. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. আপোনাক বহুত ধন্যবাদ জনালো অৰ্ণৱৰ গোটেই টিমটোৰ ফালৰ পৰা I think I need to mention one thing here that our institute is not limited to just academics. We want to move into the research and development sector and we want to shift the trajectories towards a startup domain and we want to do more. So thank you so much for understanding that and thank you for responding in a similar way. We will move on with the next guest.
May I now request Mr. Chinmoy Deka, proprietor Anuradha Complex, to speak Sorry, sir. May I now request Mr. Chinmay Sharma to speak a few words?
So which one I do? Anyway, just innovation বুলি ক'লে মই just I don't know আমি যদি অনুৰাধা সিনহা বুলি কৈছে আমি টিভি প্ৰডিউচাৰো এখন চিৰিয়েল কৰিছিলো বিদেশত আপোন মানুহ বুলি শুনিছে নাই অবিতা শৰ্মা মোৰ মিছেছ হয় জাষ্ট ইনোভেশ্যনৰ কথাটো ওলাই পেলাই মই জাষ্ট বুজাব খুজিছো যে মিছেছে এবাৰ মোক হেৰি কৰিলে যোনে বিয়া হোৱা নাই যাৰ বিয়া হৈছে ক'ব আৰু মিছেছে এটা কমপ্লেইন কৰিলে যে মোৰ বন্ধু আৰু তেওঁৰ ৱাইফ অকণমান থাইলেণ্ড চাইলেণ্ড গ'ল মোক কিয় তুমি লৈ নোযোৱা মই ক'লো ঠিক আছে মই তোমাক গোটেই পৃথিৱী ঘূৰাই দিম খালি আমি এটা এটা কেমেৰা লৈ যাম আৰু whole concept কি কৰিলো বিদেশৰ আপোন মানুহ সেই আইডিয়াটো ওলালে যদি মিছেছে মোক গালি নাপাৰিলেহেঁতেন মেবি সেই আইডিয়াটো নাহিলেহেঁতেন কিন্তু আকৌ বিজনেছমেন হওক কেনেকে সস্তাত বা বিনা পইচা দি 40টা কাণ্ট্ৰি ঘূৰিব পাৰো সেইটো ধান্দা আহিলে আকৌ ইনোভেশ্যন তো তাতে কি কৰিলো অকণ ৰিচাৰ্চ কৰিলো যাৰ তাত যাম মানে যাৰ মানে ধৰক from a small village he has gone abroad and doing success তেনেকুৱা কিছুমান মানুহক লগ ধৰিলো কথা পাতিলো খালি তেওঁলোকক ক'লো যে আমি যেতিয়া শ্বুটিং কৰিম ন বৰ ঘৰুৱা শ্বুটিং কৰিম সেইটো কাৰণে আমি আপোনালোকক থাকিলে ভাল পাম তাৰমানে মোক মানে ফ্ৰী ফুড এণ্ড লজিং তাৰপিছতে লগতে ক'লো যে ওচৰৰ জেগাবিলাক টুৰিষ্টৰ লৈ যাব লাগিব অকণমান লৈ যাম মোৰ কাৰণে ফ্ৰী ট্ৰান্সপৰ্ট বিদেশত এইটো বিৰাট ডাঙৰ কষ্টিং হয় তাৰপিছতে দূৰদৰ্শনৰ পৰা এখন চিঠি ললো যে আই এম দি অফিচিয়েল প্ৰডিউচাৰ ফৰ বিদেশত আপোন মানুহ আৰু সব টুৰিজম জেগাবিলাক যদি নিউয়ৰ্ক গলো নিউয়ৰ্ক টুৰিজমক দেখাই দিলো সেইটো গভৰ্ণমেণ্ট অফ ইণ্ডিয়া চিল আছে কিমান টুৰিষ্টৰ টেপ চেপ লাগে আমাক দি দিলে জেগাটো সেইখিনিৰ লগত বিশেষক এনেকে ব্লেন্ড কৰি পেলাই ৰেডি কৰিলো চ' I'm just talking about innovation. তাৰপিছতে এয়াৰ ইণ্ডিয়াৰ লগত keeping that in mind আমি প্ৰায় 40টা কাণ্ট্ৰি আইডিয়া এটা দিছো যে ইনোভেশ্যন মই বহুত এই এনভাইৰনমেণ্ট গৈ থাকো যে জাবৰ ৰাস্তা গুৱাহাটীত ইমান হেৰি হৈছে চবে চাহ চিংৰা খাই আকৌ গুচি যাওঁ নহয় তাৰপিছতে ভাবিলো যে নাই কিবা এটা কৰো তাৰপিছত দেখিলো যে বেংগলোৰত এটা ল'ৰা একদম আমেৰিকাৰ পৰা আহি পেলাই